you know what? I'll be honest. So I had like the closest I've ever had to like a nervous breakdown, I think, when I was like, at the start of COVID, because I basically lost my job, like before I started streaming, I lost my job and everything at the start of COVID. And like, I'd basically told myself that job that I had was going to be the last job I ever had for anyone else. I was like, I'm going to work for myself after that. I'm going to try and build my portfolio and like, you know, just make it on my own as an artist. And then I lost the job very abruptly, and my whole life kind of just went, oh my God, well, you better get good enough to be professional in all the things you want to be professional in now, like right now, and set this unrealistic expectation for myself in my head. And I basically had like a breakdown where I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And I remember feeling really shitty, like really, really shitty. Like it was a really bad anxiety attack kind of situation. And I basically had to sit down with myself and just kind of go, I need to look after myself today. I can't do the thing that I've done my entire life, which is be hard on myself for not being productive. And I had to learn to take a break. And it was a really important lesson for me to learn. So like now I'm better at figuring out when I'm burnt out, but I was really burnt out at that point. But it helped me identify that part of myself, which I'm really grateful for. But also, I kind of realized something about myself, which is that like I took a break. I was like, what do I want to do today? Like just for me, what is something I just want to do? And what I wanted to do was sit and watch anime and like not be cruel to myself and like, you know, beat myself up about not doing something. So I caught up on loads of Attack on Titan, didn't do anything productive, just rotted on my couch like watching that. And then the next day I was like, I'm gonna plan on doing the exact same. But by that point I was like, actually no, I want to draw again. I want to be creative. And I kind of taught myself that like these things that I love doing, that I'd kind of put pressure on myself to like get better at, and made them mature and made them like put so much weight on them and pressure on them. Taking the foot off the gas for just a second made me love them again. And it felt like it came naturally. It didn't feel like it was forcing it anymore. So creatively I was just like realigned with myself, and it was mint. And that's why I'm a big believer in that sort of stuff now. That was a very long-winded story and a little bit of guff lore for you there. What I learned the most out of that though is to invest in yourself when it comes to looking after yourself. That's important. You can burn yourself out really easily. Streamers, especially people who do this for a living, it's really hard to justify taking a break sometimes because it's your source of income. You do worry that you're going to lose your audience, something if you're just not consistent and things like that. And it's a lot of things that I know a lot of streamers deal with. But I think me learning that lesson before streaming and then having the community like you lot who've always been so kind about that and always keep coming back, have really just made me feel so confident in the fact that no, I can take those breaks and make sure you are investing in yourself, because like, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup, you know.